Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole war chant is going full throat. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Canes will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Florida State's offense will start this game off. The flash, the style, the swagger, these two really define an era of great college football, and it's always fun to see them square off.
So well put, Reese. I mean, 2 flashy programs, and when they're rocking, they're rocking. The state of Florida's rocking. Everybody's wanting to go to Miami and Florida State. This is a big one, Palmer.
Yeah, and David, you and I can appreciate this because we were playing back in the day when these 2 programs really had it rolling, when they had so much NFL talent and speed on the field, it seemed like each and every year. And
hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Touchdown, Florida State. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
typically you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Williams looking for a man. Got it set up on the outside. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns. Time to take a shot. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, no!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. They'll see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Williams will pass. They'll run the screen. Dances away from one. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Getting some heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. On 2nd down, looking again to throw.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The Hurricanes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. 1st down for this offense. He wants to throw. Unleashes one deep. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and
It's complete. A huge pickup. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the gun to give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Williams looking for a man. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Canes will punt this one away. He'll bring it back. It's Gibson. He's got great speed. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Going for the big play. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. 2nd and 10 here. The inside handoff. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Noles want to crank the tempo. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Williams. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Dances away. The throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. The play action fake. Got it behind the line. It's Lucas. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Noles are moving quickly down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Got 5 on that last one. Now, how aggressive will they be on 2nd and inches? Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. And it's caught! Touchdown, Florida State! And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
You're going to have Nole Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
He'll bring it out. It's Carr. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. A first down for the offense. They'll leave it with him. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll turn to Martinez. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Canes will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Bringing it back, it's Gibson. Smashes through. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Noles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arizona is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Teddy Bruschi had a hand in getting this kid to Tucson. So if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Baylor. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
I'll tell you what, you could tell the defense knew exactly what they were doing. They were dialed in, took away the primary target, and then it's on you as an offense. Now I got to adjust. I got to do something different to what they're doing.
Gives it to the back on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Williams will pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Running it back, it's Gibson. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Running back goes in motion. He fires to the left side. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Martinez on the carry. Danced his way through traffic. Pickup of 4 to the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Pocket starts to collapse. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the Hurricanes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Seminoles want to move quickly. Scanning the field, it's Croman Hope. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking to throw. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Florida State! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Trying to get to it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Got a man. It's Horton. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw on first down. And they couldn't hold off the Heat, and he goes down with the sack.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, between the coaches who have matched wits in this game and the players and the unforgettable moments, Miami, Florida State is must-see TV, and today is no different. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense, and I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
The Seminoles will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions that you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Trying to take it back. Inside the 10. Touchdown, no! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cobb. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Looking to throw. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. They're trying to get to it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, back up inside their 20. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. And how about that play? Even with the short return, they're in the red zone. They've got it at the 17. The offense set for a first down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. And the pummeling has started. Guys, so far this hasn't been wide right or wide left. The Seminoles have been on point as they build this lead.
And the Seminole dynasties were always built on elite playmaking offense, teams that can score points. This is a rivalry game with Miami, Palmer, but they're putting up points when it matters.
Yeah, they're not going to let this one come down to the kicker for another wide right. They're just going to handle the business here on the field, offensively and defensively. They have smothered Miami all game long.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Key. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Fast motion from the offense. Find out, flanked him on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's picked off for the third time today. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They cannot believe it. A great play on the interception is wiped away with the roughing the passer call. From the gun, the running back has it. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Floating away. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Snags it down the right side. Running toward the tape. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Miami!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Ready to fire from the pistol. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got it. All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. And the punishment has been extended.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Arizona is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Tucson, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 11 over Baylor. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Give to the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Canes will line up to punt it away. Running it back, it's Gibson. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's McCoy. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Wide open downfield. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Noles! And the route is on.
This offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
77, Miami, 7.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Oh, he's looking to throw. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going for the big play. And he's got it inside the 20. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. 1st down here for the offense. The lone back's got it. Touchdown Seminoles! And the beatdown has ensued. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point was good. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They're lining up to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. On the move at the 30. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hoke. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Steps away to find some room. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Seminoles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown, Florida State! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Coming after him. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. To the ground with the back. That's a good run to give them some breathing room. Pick up a 3 out to the 5. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Canes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. From the gun, running back gets to give. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to Davis. Got enough space. Touchdown, Noles! And the pummeling has started. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Feeling some heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And now the ball's loose in the end zone. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And not much else could go wrong. A defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. The defense striking with a scoop and score touchdown.
And defense is about getting guys to the football. Sometimes you just get that hit, the ball pops out, more guys swarming to the football. Great effort, scoop that thing up, now do some damage with it. You always wanted to play offense anyways. Convert that defensive player, offensive player, give me that 6.
They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. Coming out with it, it's Cobb. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another.
Lofts one deep down the right side. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Bringing it back. The 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown Seminoles. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arizona is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Tucson, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 5 over Baylor. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Getting some heat. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. And the Canes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for a block. It's Gibson. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
And here comes the field goal team. Salt, meet open wound. Field goal is good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That last field goal was a big one. Now it takes a touchdown to beat them. You want to pin them back on the kickoff here. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Going up top on 1st down. Here's a throw downfield late. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.